Welcome back to MRC on a Wednesday evening. Lobby been whatever issues we had before, the lobby has been reset and we are starting from scratch again. So we're back at 18 minutes qualifying session. So all those times are non-existent, null and void, nada, scrapped, zilch, reset. So everyone gets a new bite at the cherry. And so a couple of the drivers getting out early to get times on the board, and this time it is GXD in the Alpine that's the first car out. And yeah, still with me in the comms box alongside me is Steve Jarman, so he's still there.
Yeah, I stuck around. Thought we'll get it going again, it's all good.
Yeah, so complete reset. So by the time we've got going again, by this time qualifying would have been done. So yeah, so earlier the qualifying you've seen earlier doesn't exist. Wipe that from your memories, because it's a complete new slate.
And maybe we could flick a switch and change it to one-shot quality all of a sudden.
Oh, that would be carnage.
Yeah, can you imagine? That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I hate
to go out and nail it.
Yeah, I hate one-shot qualifying because it's
it's
like running TT. You go 1 millimeter off track and your lap is gone.
Yeah,
you have to be absolutely perfect in a one shot, and that is why I absolutely hate it. A lot of people don't like the one shot, but we used to have a one shot format in real life qualifying in the mid 2000s, because the first driver to actually fall foul of that one shot qualifying format was David Coulthard when he was at McLaren in 2003 or 4, whenever they first brought that one-shot qualifying in, but then it became the knockout format, which we still have today.
I quite like today's version, but I think sometimes it could do a bit of spicing up.
Yeah, I think the worst thing they did with the knockout format that we had as of today was when they did that countdown clock. I believe they brought that in 2014, and it was getting to the end of qualifying, and you had, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes left. And there was no cars out on track at all. It was a complete disaster. So luckily they resorted back to the usual format and the 3 knockout of Q1, Q2 and Q3. So GXD will be the first one to put a time on this brand new qualifying session, and it's a 30.5 to get this new qualifying session underway. But GTS Drag King carries on where he left off, 27.9.
Mind you, wasn't the last one a 27.8?
Yeah, so he's a little bit slower. Nels and Pepito, the Hasses, 3rd and 4th, and it's Cassax. That's a tongue twister. Vitolso goes 3rd. Triz gets a banker on the board. He's in 7th. Genie gets his first lap in. He's P6. So a lot of drivers getting out early to get times on the board.
Sabi's just coming out of the front, or just come out of the last corner.
Yeah, we've had Josh Boy go 5 as Sabi goes 3rd. So Nels splitting the 2 Sauers in this early stage. Then it's the 2 Mercedes. Isaac and Vitolso 4th and 5th. As we have Fox in the Ferrari. Pops it into P8. As we drop to people further down. See how Lil does at the end of her first run on this new time run. and it's P9 29.5. So a lot of drivers having to re-find where they were before. Sambao P10, just Hive to finish a lap, as he's currently on one. Noodle on an out lap as well. Stube sat in the pits at the moment, and KG, being a higher tier driver, is sitting out the session instead of qualifying, because you have to qualify on I think it's the hard tyre or something, as Isaac's back in. Had connection issues last week as well. Staying with Hive as he's coming into the latter stages of the lap. Sauber just ahead of him, which will be Sabi, who I believe will be going into the pits after his run. Hive getting a little cheeky toe to the line, fair play for him, and goes P7 just ahead of his teammate. So that's Racing Bull 7th and 8th, Hive ahead of Josh Boy.
I'm on board with its cars, and I'm amazed at the maximum use of the track coming around the end of sector 1. Part of it, I was quite surprised there wasn't a track limit warning and a loss of the lap. So close.
Yeah, it's you have to you do have to use a lot of the track round here, but you're getting so close to the walls, because just like Monaco and other street tracks and Baku, you're just getting ever so close to the barriers. As Noodles has actually backed out on his opening run, so he's gone straight back into the pits. As it's Kasax has gone in. I'll get that at one point. So we'll go with Stube as he's on his outlap, the second of the two Ferraris. And I believe, yep, he is the he's the lead Ferrari in the championship as well. So he is the Charles Leclerc to Fox, where Fox is the Lewis Hamilton to Stube in that partnership. So we'll follow Stube, continue following Stube on his outlap, so we can follow him round for his first run. Only driver yet to set a time. We are just gone 10 minutes into this session, and we have a whole bunch of cars coming back out again.
Oh, I've just lost it.
Stube's got acres of space ahead of him. I think that's a Haas just ahead of him up the road, which I believe is Popito, because the other Haas of Nels is just coming around the final corner to start his second run. But we're going to follow Stube through sector 1.
Colleague's really struggling at the rear end.
Let's just pop in with the Racing Bull briefly. Yeah, he's completely missed that corner. He's
he's had two really strange sort of back
yeah, so he's decided to just straight line some of the corners to try and make it back as quickly as possible. So we'll jump back to the Ferrari of Stube, who is now in sector 2. There's an Alpine just ahead of him. Which he's not going to be too fussed about, because he's got DRS and he's getting a bit of a distant tow from the Alpine through sector 2 as we go into sector 3. The Alpine stays completely out of the way though, as Stube continues on the racing line towards the 27th and final corner for his first run of the session. Looked very tidy, no real spin or moment out the final corner as he goes to the line, and Stube just pips his teammate by milliseconds. It's a 29.153, 7,000th quicker than his teammate. So the Ferraris on very similar pace in this early stages of this session, as we're about halfway through.
I keep jumping on board with people, but I can't really tell if some of them are actually on laps. I don't know if they're doing a double out lap or...
I've just jumped GTS as he's coming to the end of the run. He's gone for a 27.5, so he has improved. Extends his hold on pole position. And his teammate bails. So Sabi's in, so something's happened on his lap that he's not happy about. We'll jump to 4th place Isaac, who's taken the shortest route to the line and improves to P3. Is a 4/10th improvement to a 28.244.
Fox is 3/10 up coming out of sector 1.
Fox has improved to P7.
4th at the moment.
Yeah, he's currently P7, so he has improved. 28.844.
He's just doing a fast in lap or not. I mean, he's bent his battery on his main lap. He seems to be
a bit of a bang on the wall there. Easily done through there. He's probably not hanging about on his in lap. Yeah, 8/10 down.
At the moment there, though.
Lil coming towards the end of her second run. DRS open, to the line comes the McLaren. And she misses out on her best time by 63 thousandths and remains in P12. Let's check in on Noodle, the second McLaren, as he's coming to the end of sector 1. See what his opening sector is. 3/10 down in that first sector, so quite a ways off. The Alpine, the Aston Martin of Jean Genie, both Aston Martins down in the bottom half of the timing page at the moment, so probably expect the Aston Martins to improve soon. Prix invalidated, so we'll drop down. We have
it's Kaz. In sector 1.
Yep. Half a second up for the Alpine, so we'll stick with this lap.
Moved up to about 13th, 14th at the moment, possibly.
Yeah, see where he is at the end of sector 2 as he crosses it. And he is 7/10 up now, so yeah, definitely jumping up a few places, so he'll be above his teammate.
Carry that speed all the way down here now as well.
Yeah. So if he finishes it nice and tidy, he will jump ahead of his teammate GXD in 15th on a 30.5, who's just started another run. But it's a 8/10 improvement, so yeah, he has gone ahead of his teammate, a 30.140. So the Alpines fighting over each other to see who starts ahead of who. As we'll follow GXD coming towards the end of just gets over the limits a bit, and yep, invalidated lap's gone. It's so easy to do that towards the end of sector 1, because the corners just come at you at such a quick pace, and
Although I've seen some of the car movement from on board during this quali session so far. I think there again seems to be quite a high number of people there with very, very little on the rear end. Because some of the corners, the back end's just coming out from under them and then not corners that it should be doing that.
So what you're saying is there's a few drivers out there that have got slimmed out setups.
Very much so, I think, yeah.
No surprise, because nature with the nature of this game anyway.
Always find a little bit more downforce on this track tends to help you out better through sector 2, well, the end of sector 1 and 2.
Yeah. Sabby keeping it tidy throughout this run. He wants to get. He's hoping to get on that front row with his teammate with the performance that Sauber have been putting out in the last couple of weeks. Because in the last 2 rounds between them, Sauber have walked away with 90 points from the last 2 races. And I believe Sabby's going again. He backed out, so...
Isaac's just had a bit of a nasty moment at round 6. Fail on his lap. He's got enough battery, he can maybe go for another run if he's got the fuel in the tank to do so.
A lot of cars out on track, a couple of them on flying laps, but most of them on out laps. 1 minute 14 seconds left on the clock in qualifying. As we continue with Sabby, there's a few cars in front. The Ferrari gets out of the way. Aston Martin. Ooh, bit of a contact with the wall for Sabby. The Aston Martin stays off the line, allows Sabby to continue.
I love this corner. Cracking when you get that right and you can really speed out round
it just getting the lap, just doing the perfect lap is something to behold. As Kasak with a 5-place grid penalty for contact with Stubers. Sabby doing a Max Verstappen out the final corner going into the wall. Cost him plenty of time, but
improvement, but no change.
Yeah, it was looking to be a good lap, and then he ended up clouting the wall out the final corner, just like Verstappen did back in 2021 on his near perfect lap. We'll jump to the provisional pole sitter. I believe was just 2 tenths up out of sector 1. Pretty much been untouchable this qualifying session as Drag King.
Yeah.
10th up. Winnell's in the pits. There's I don't think anyone's going to catch him.
Talso's up a tiny amount, maybe enough to get ahead of Sabby at the moment. We're going to have a good last sector. There's only about 8 thousandths moment.
Drag King to the line, and a 27.333. That is pole position as it stands, but I don't think there's going to be any competition to get close.
No change for Vitalso.
Isaac stays in 3rd, Vitalso stays 5th, so the Mercedes stays the R. Sabby staying off the way for other drivers. Josh Boy invalidated. Triz to the line stays P7. Noodle also invalidated on his lap. So that is qualifying. So a convincing pole position for GTS Drag King with a 27.333. but it is his closest championship rival with Nels in second. So the two drivers that are leading the championship on level points, both on 149, share the front row going into Tier 3's race. Mark in the YouTube chat, good evening. So after a bit of a delay, we've finally got qualifying over and done, so we can finally give you a confirmed grid for the race as we wait for...
Oh, sorry, yeah, even not. Sorry, I didn't catch that. A little word of my own, then.
Ain't we both?
As you mentioned, this incessant noise going on. So, yeah.
Oh, Noodle saying in the YouTube chat he's having force feedback issues, so that's gonna. Hopefully, he doesn't have any during the race. But here is your grid for Tier 3 Saudi Arabia Grand Prix at Jeddah, at the Jeddah Corniche circuit. GTS Drag King on pole. Nels is on that front row alongside him. Then it is Isaac, Sabi, Vitolso, Josh Boy, Trez, Fox, Hive. Popito rounds out the top 10. Then is Stoob, Lil, Sambao, Noodle, Genie, Kazakh will be starting at the back after his 5th place grid penalty. So Geke will be then GXD, and then we'll briefly go through the tail end. So Kazakh qualified 16th, but with the 5th place grid penalty will be dropping to 20th, as I don't know if you can hear it on stream, but I definitely can. We're having pop and bounce galore, because as we say over here in good old England, remember the 5th of November. The only thing is we don't have gunpowder, treason or plot. We just have V6 hybrids on a racetrack going vroom.
Much better. Be better if it was V10s or 12s. That sounds I'm getting the big bangs on my side now as well. Somebody out there's spent some money.
Oh, that was a quick start.
The best way to burn money, though, fireworks.
Yeah, probably. I wonder if did anyone give a go ahead, because that's a very quick. Unless we're making up for the delay.
Let me just check on the chat, because there was a mention of we go at 43. Yeah, so it's the right time.
Yeah, so it must have been a very quick.
Yeah.
It looks like a couple of drivers at the back have made contact, Maverick and Kazakhs.
Yeah, that's never ideal on a formation.
No, they're gonna have a long wait.
Call them Hajar, shall we? Call them the Hajars.
The Drag King leads them round.
So, fairly sort of conclusive that it's going to be GTS at the front and probably driving off by the speed of that qualifying lap. I'd imagine Sabi's probably going to make some headway. But as far as the track goes in general, quite an enjoyable one, as I said.
Yeah, just got the tyres up, and everyone apart from Geke is on mediums. Geke's the only one starting on the hard compound, and I believe the strategy round here will tend to be the medium to hard. It is a one-stop, and you don't really mind. I would say personally, start on the quicker tyre, especially with the Nels and Fox.
Yeah, I was going to say, he literally just vanished off the screen in front of me.
Yeah, two more, another collision during the formation lap, so not what you want, but yeah. So miscommunication. So that's 2nd and 8th.
Hopefully they get sorted before the start.
Yeah, so Drag King will take position at the front. And he's going slightly angled. He's got but he's he's not quite worked. You could see it on stream. You could see what he was thinking. He wanted the angle start to cut across, but
see, I don't know if I'd do that. You're on the optimal line there, really. I think
you're on. If you're on the odd side of the grid, you're technically on the racing line anyway. You are on the. You are on the clean side, whereas if you're on the even side of the grid, you are on the dirty side of the grid. So, unless he was just going for the slight angle to cut across Nels to stop him from getting in front, but it is quite a short run to turn 1.
I think we may have another issue. Still not appearing back on the grid, and they've been sat here for quite some time. Just bear with me, there's some typing going on.
Yeah, just keep an eye on that.
I think if this does restart, or have to restart, it's got to be a 50% or reduce, red flag.
Yeah, red flag again, 35% distance. So, yeah, we're going to have to end things there and rejoin again once everything's reset. So, stay tuned as we get the lobby reset, but it won't be the full 50% distance we do, which is 25 laps. It'll only be 35%. So, stay tuned for when we go live again.